a certain way, I'm pretty sure.
No, this is the same experiment, right? Yeah, it's looking like it by the stats.
Exactly the same.
Yeah, so mixed attacker, no, not mixed attacker build, intelligence build, which is the only intelligence build in D rank. So uses that lightning right off the bat, procs anger, which is not what experiment wants to see. So now Monk has a very big guts leak, and because of guts correction, if he hits any of these moves, he's going to be doing a whole lot of damage.
Yeah, so typically, oh, sweet mama. Alright, so, typically, Golly and Golem had a pretty similar guts rate, but Gel, the subbreed for Monk, is a lot slower than the subbreed for Experiment, which is Pixie. So guts correction definitely takes a bit of an effect here. I don't know exactly the guts rates, but there's definitely at least 3-4 difference.
Yeah. Experiments, as his name implies, was kind of an experiment by JP to try and game the low intelligence and take advantage of that. And it's a really neat idea, but I feel like this would be a lot better build in a PvP style tournament instead of an AI tournament.
I think this would be a lot better of a build if I was willing to scum down his stats, because he has a lot of unnecessary defensive power.
It's just so hard when the stat cap is so low. And it's just so easy to build a tank build, right?
Yeah, it's really easy to just be a tank.
Oh, wait a minute.
But who knows?
Did I do 3 games?
No. Monk won the first one, it just took a bit. This is the second game these two are fusing.
Gotcha. So uses that lightning, procs anger again, and the withering isn't making up for the anger right now.
It is going to hit every single one of these, though, if it chooses to keep using them. It doesn't. It had enough in the tank to knock out Monk. Instead, walks forward, walks up slowly, gets down smashed. Easy 2-0 for Monk.
So, not to how do I phrase this? Do you think you're going to change experiment out at any point?
Since that is 1 point, as opposed to all the other monsters, I have a lot of plans for what I want to do, and unfortunately, I don't exactly have all the time to make all the plans all at once. I barely buzzer beated here, with Specchio. I finished Specchio approximately 2 hours ago.
Gotcha.
I finished Specchio, made myself dinner, hopped on call for commentary. So I'm probably going to be making 1 change a week, and Experiment is definitely my lowest priority. So at some point, maybe, sure, but not exactly the thing I care the most about.
Yeah, I mean, that definitely makes sense. So we have 2 Zoom subbreeds fighting right now. Albarn, who is a tankier build, A-Sides, who is a speedier build. And they both have really low cost effective movesets, which is really cool.
Big critical fist missile though, taking out A-Sides extremely quickly.
Yeah, so you can see here, almost the same power, almost the same skill. A-Sides has a lot more speed. Albarn has a lot more life. So Albarn's going to be able to tank a little bit more.
Yeah. I also want to point out that A-Sides does not have grit, because it is a special model that comes off disc. It doesn't start with anything special. It just starts with, I'm pretty sure, 25 in every single stat. So,
yeah, there's a lot of special summons in this game like that, and I'm pretty sure that's a lot of where a lot of these monsters came from too, because scumming is such a chore in the port.
It is such a chore in the port. Also, Kahuna updates can confirm 3-2 for Fenric in the last match. Good to hear, good to hear.
Okay,
looks like A-Sides, though, might be kind of getting his stuff cracked in. As I say that, he gets Albarn gets it with a critical charge, gets it with another charge, it is now 1-1.
Cool. Alright. So, game 3. both these, like I said, both these builds are really simple, but I think they're really neat in their simplicity. Like I was saying earlier, they have very consistent, very low guts cost text. Now, Fist Missile for Hanger a hit tech or sharp tech? I know
sharp.
Okay, sharp. And I know for a lot of the crossover, the mons who get it for crossover, it's a hit tech usually, isn't it?
I think it's actually a special tech usually.
Yeah,
it's a very low cost special tech for some reason.
Okay. Let's see, my encoding is still being overloaded. I wonder if I could.
Yeah, a couple of people in the chat are saying it's a bit laggy. And yeah, it's a bit laggy. We're trying to fix that now. Kahuna's not Kahuna, my bad. Macho's machine, didn't have a great day today. Kind of came back up just in time for the league, and it's been mostly fine. But there's been a couple of encoding issues. Hopefully this will be solved for next week.
Yeah, like I said, I'll try to go ahead and clean my laptop out. So A-Sides is up 2-1 right now. If you weren't able
Correct.
to see that through the lag.
A-Sides has a bit of a slight advantage over Albarn. That's that it has a decent amount of speed. So Albarn doesn't need to hit a lot of moves in order to win, but the problem is hitting those moves, especially when it keeps getting barraged by very low-cost flattenings in all of its slots. So we'll see how this ends up going. Albarn probably needs to get hit by one more big flattening, or a couple more charges, and that's that for it. It hits 2 heavy chops though, so that's that. We go to a game 5.
I'm going to be quiet for a little bit here. I'm trying to see if there's anything I could do to help with this. I don't have anything running right now besides OBS and Discord, which obviously both of those I need for tonight.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Albarn tries to go for the first move there. Doesn't land that punch. Instead gets hit with a flattening. Does about 1/4. Then gets hit with a flattening L. Does a little bit more damage because Guts Correction now not on A-Side's, side. Flattening X comes out. Does 99 damage. Once again, Guts Correction making that a bit difficult for A-Sides. Gets hit with a Fist Missile that does so much damage on the critical hit. Gives A-Sides power. A-Sides uses a move here, probably wins, misses the 71, walks backwards, dodges the Fist Missile. It's anyone's game right now. Albarn has the slight advantage though, both being up in life and in guts. Because of the charge, the heavy chop misses. This is going to be really close.
Oh my god.
The flattening comes out. I think that might be enough. Wow, that was incredibly close.
I'm pretty sure, like, the flattening animation kind of like sealed the deal for him for that there.
Yeah, it incredibly stalled out that match right there. The big weakness of flattening is when enemy monsters get hit with it, they take so long to get up that their guts rates increase while they're standing back up. So it's a lot of times where the model's not getting any guts, but the enemy monster is. But in that case scenario where it's extremely close and need to spam out the timer, if they take forever to get up, that's more seconds out the clock for you. So one of the big downsides of the flattening line actually becoming an upside in that last match.
Yeah, I think it's really interesting when things like battle specials or move animations actually kind of are like the set winning thing for a monster. It's kind of like how we were talking about with Hopper last week, where it's intentionally got really long, obtuse move animations. Excuse me. Starting here in rank B, we have Wild Burn versus Thrill Ho, a Mach versus a Niton.
Not a matchup you see every day. Thrill starts the match by missing a very easy move to hit. Gets responded with by getting hit by a move and then hits its own move. Pretty even right now. The only difference is Wildburn has a lot of guts. Hits the Twister. Good night.
So Wildvern has officially hit twice as more moves as he hit last week.
Absolutely. Last week, Wildvern hit absolutely nothing. That's okay. It happens every so often. So Wildvern currently up 1-0. We're reloading the monsters here for completely tactical reasons. Sources just trust me, dude.
I think
so.
Real quick here, while the second match starts, I'm gonna be right back and get myself a little bit of a snack so I can get a little bit more energy. I felt like I haven't been the most entertaining tonight, so I will be right back, everybody.
Yeah, sure. I have no qualms commentating. Comes out with the Violent Shell. Violent Shell actually hits this time. Does a lot of withering and cuts Wildvern's health bar in half. He goes for the headbutt, does 128 damage. Usually when a Mach uses headbutt, that is the equivalent of dumping 15 guts directly onto floor. But in Wildvern's case, he has 600 power, so it's actually his third strongest move in his moveset. So, or at least power-wise. Gets it with a stab. Wildvern on his last legs, he needs to use something a bit more strong. Instead, he gets critical hit. We're on 1-1. So while Kahuna is away grabbing some gamer fuel, does anyone in chat have any questions that I could answer? Zanaga says, bring a B-side back. Unfortunately, that is an impossibility.
Ooh, throw hooks took a game. Cool.
Yeah, throw hooks took a game. It actually hit the 87% chance to hit move. And it won from there because Wildvern could not get the guts to use a big ticket move again.
Alright, I got myself a couple of chewy granola bars and a cup of milk, so hopefully this will help energize me. I had dinner tonight. I'm already hungry. I don't know if it's just because I was stressed or what.
Maybe. Wildvern takes initiative here, slings a twister, does a decent amount of withering. Basically the exact same thing that Violent Shell did last time. Going for goes for a little tiny whip there, basic tech. Headbutt coming out, almost KOs Thrillho. Thrillho goes once again for that little basic tech, trades back with a headbutt, and that is currently 2-1 for Wildvern. Julia the Golden says, if your girlfriend's name is Erica, shouldn't the monster be named blank? As a matter of fact, my girlfriend's name is Erica with just a K, and
yeah.
I had my mic turned off while I was eating, but that made me.
Yeah, she's a bit annoyed in the background. She didn't know that until right now. I can still hear you, yes. I mean, don't yell at me. Yell at the person.
That is my least favorite misspelling of my name.
As my girlfriend is yelling at her stats man, Thrillho takes the the fourth game. So Wildvern and Thrillho now tied. We're gonna see what happens here. Frame 1 determines a lot, and instead both monsters decide to ignore their moves and go for a delay the Violent Shell. Big critical hit. Wildvern now angry. Not like Thrillho was missing a lot anyway, so we'll see where this anger takes Wildvern. It looks like maybe he'll use Headbutt a bunch. Is Headbutt going to win?
Yeah, those headbutts are doing a lot of damage.
The Mock's Proprietancy for headbutts almost won him there, but it looks like Thrillho is going to succeed with a couple of stabs. Decides instead it'd be funny to stop doing the thing that would have made it win in a very intensely hysterical way. And Thrillho wins the C rank.
Okay, so Zanaga asked, where's the Casey monster? Casey is my wife's name. So, she has to watch me play this game a lot. Especially when the port came out, because I was playing it on the big screen. And I was talking to her the other day about it, and I was just like, well, if you ever got into this, what would you like to try and raise? And she was just like, I don't know. Everything in that game was so ugly.
That's really funny. But have you shown her the prettiest monster in the game, Gaboo?
I think she said it looked like Geodude when we talked about it.
I mean, that's fair.
Which I like Geodude a lot, so that's not a slight against Geodude. Okay. I'm looking.
Yeah. Instead, you should show her. Suzerain, and then when she says it's cute, say it's not in this game to get her even more disinterested.
She'd probably be a little bit more apt to 3 because I think the art style is a little bit more digestible to more wider audience.
Yeah, the art style in Monster Rancher is definitely either hit or miss. Whereas in 3 it was a bit more widespread appeal. Although I will say I definitely like how 2 looks better than 3, but that's just my opinion.
Me too.
Alright, so here we're going to see the mirror match of the Muse, or as I like to call it, Mutanite. It's going to be quite interesting to see, because I'm pretty sure there's actually a bit of a difference here with these Muse.
Oh my god.
It's really funny watching chat yell at you about finding the monster's name not too hot. See, I'm having a lot of fun watching you too, as a matter of fact, so I think I'm just going to sit back and watch you.
I'm trying so hard.
This is really funny. You know, I could probably help you if you just go to the name box. I could probably direct you to the name.
Okay. I know these two. I can't find the last one.
It's the eye in the with the eye looking thing in the left half of the thing, and then you found the other one. So then that one, I had a bit of a trouble finding it too. It's because the font in the font's actually super messed up. It's the first in the second row. It's completely
what
because
the fuck?
of.
I never in my life would have.
Yeah, it's completely because of the font in this game.
I fucking did it in the tamer name. God damn it!
Well done.
Oh my god. We have to have a stipulation against this next season. I'm gonna have an aneurysm.
Yeah, thankfully I almost named all of my things in Japanese.
I'm gonna come through the screen and slap you.
Yeah, I found it. You found my jobber. Alright.
Yeah, that's the thing, too!
I think Erica definitely has a lot greater of a chance to win against Leon because it can actually do damage to Leon as opposed to Sanaga's monster.
Alright, look, cat fight. Let's just fucking fight. Go.
So these monsters definitely have a bit of a different, immediately gets hit with the twiddling, almost down immediately. Gives Erica power, which is definitely what it needs to actually, like, KO things. Definitely misses Leon, though, with the 50-50. And it looks like that power is probably going to run out before I can actually do anything with it.
So it actually looks like overall, Erica has a little bit better chance to hit, if I'm looking at these. Oh, never mind. Maybe it was just Cut's correction. Alright, so Leon takes that game 1.
Yeah, Leon takes game 1, hits a 33% twiddling, and that takes care of that. Definitely commanding there. Yeah, so Erica actually has more of a chance to hit than Leon does. Has a bit of a higher skill.
28% to hit that crits, and it's... Dude, this is probably, I think, the unluckiest monster in the league. Oh. Fuck,
Gaming.
bro! No! Dude, I am not on my game tonight. You should see my face. At least I know how to spell it now.
Yeah, he deserved. Nash in chat says that I deserve it because of the thing I named my monster and how much trouble it's giving you. And to that I say, are you ready for the reverse sweep, baby? As a Naga in chat saying macho versus the Japanese language, round 2. Alright,
I
let's
took
get
French
this thing,
in high school.
Let's get this thing started. Gets the flail, critical hit, 200, half of Leon's health, gets the anger immediately afterwards. Guts correction definitely going to mean that Leon hits more than it usually would, although I should say that and it's missed its what feels like its first move this entire set. Goes for the 36% twiddling, misses.
It's a foolery.
Erica goes for a foolery. Goes for a 50% headbutt, hits critical hits for 83 whole damage. Headbutt misses. This feels interesting. Rushing punch hits. Erica takes its first KO of the league.
I hear her hyping herself up in the background.
No, actually, she was telling me that hearing her name constantly while directly looking opposite from where she's sitting is a bit strange. Leon hits the punch, hits a critical punch, misses the third punch though. Erica with a huge guts lead goes for a scratch, misses scratch at 72%.
There's something about this fucking gel Mew that just gives the stream the giggles.
You have to admit, this monster, definitely high in stock for the entertainment value. Misses the. All right, wrap it up, boyos. This is. I'm just gonna close my eyes. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see this anymore.
Yeah, I don't think that it's gonna build up enough guts to use any sort of meaningful move.
Yeah. Starts the match by getting hit with a less than 50%, then less than 40%, and then uses nothing but hit text when it's behind. I think this monster just needs to retire.
That's Monster Rancher, baby. Alright, so with that, Nash is going to win for the week, but we need to see who's going to get the points for S rank. So right now we're going to introduce, it's pronounced Specchio, right?
Specchio, yes.
Is that a reference to something?
It's Italian for mirror.
Oh, cool. Specchio and the meatball.
No. So yeah, we have Specchio and Nails. They have very similar builds, stat-wise. Can't attest to Nails' full moveset because I don't remember it. I remember there's a decent amount of moves there. Yeah, so definitely a similar moveset though. Not moveset, similar stat set.
Mm-hmm. So looks like you went with Bite, Scratch, and Stab.
1-2 is also underneath Scratch, but currently Scratch is covering it.
Gotcha, okay. Yeah, so right now it's just kind of a battle of the basics. They're just kind of swinging. No one's going to be able to really do a whole lot of damage to each other. So this is going to be similar to like a D-rank match, into where it's going to be a lot of like small hits over time.
Yeah, although Specchio now gets the power, has a ton of guts, uses 2 scratches, already in the lead, doesn't use a third, but goes for the stab. Goodbye, Nails.
Does Tiger have a butthole?
What? I mean, the answer is yes, but where did that come from?
I just saw it.
Yeah, okay. Ignoring that, moving on to game 2.
I knew Baku had one, and I think Kato.
I wouldn't know about Kato. I haven't seen the underside of Kato a lot, but you definitely see the underside of Tiger and Baku a bit more because of quadrupedal.
What are you trying to say about me?
Oh, you know. Goes for the stab, leaves Nails on 30 hit points. Gonna be definitely a hard time. Never mind.
So Wild Saurian has a 10 guts rate, while Tiger has a 9, I believe.
9 or 8.
9 or 8. So Tiger's gonna have a little bit more easier time building up guts. So what made you decide on power on this build instead of anger?
Because it started with plus 80 nature.
That's fair enough.
Yeah, not too much more to it than that. I actually ended up because I didn't actually have I didn't want to look up the specific song for the specific tiger I wanted, so I just rolled until I found. And I found a Tiger Golly, and that's what I used for combining, and then I realized by doing that Tiger has a really good starting nature. And so does Golly, which I used a Tiger Golly, which I used to combine. Then I got a monster that started at very good nature. So you know what? We went with power because it's gonna proc almost every single time, and as you saw against other tanks, it actually helps.
MickGX asked in the chat, "Can Nails even win?" Like right on the same frame as Nails won.
The answer, if you're curious, is yes. Nails can in fact win.
Yeah, this is probably gonna be
crit.
about a pretty even set. Stab's probably gonna be the big difference maker. Since I'm pretty sure Stab is gonna outdamage most of the things that Nails can do.
Yeah, but everything else that Specchio has, Nails could very easily outdamage. What Specchio really needs to win this is to get hit into power range, because that's when it actually starts doing a decent amount of damage. We're going to see here, Game 5, this is actually pretty close. The first 2 games were not close at all. Then the 3rd game was really close. That 4th game was definitely a bit more of a blowout. Nails now deciding to go for a bunch of jumping claws, gets hit with another stab. We haven't seen stab critical hit yet, despite having a decent crit rate. Nails getting anger.
Yeah, so right now it's looking pretty much in Nails' court. Tiger can build that guts rate up, though, and now it's looking pretty even. Specchio might have a lead, which Nails takes right away with that crit jumping claw. Does proc power, though, so if Specchio actually starts throwing out moves, he's going to have a good chance to be able to win this. So we got the bite.
Yeah, he does need to use a move, though. There comes the bite. He just needs to use another one, decides not to, gets hit with a claw. Incredibly close right now. Next move might win. Okay, so next move definitely wins. And, well, that's Monster Rancher, baby.
Does he have grit? Oh wait, it
Wouldn't
doesn't matter.
As
Oh my god, I need to get that through my head. It does not fucking matter.